Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Jason Williams, and I'm with my tag team partner, Blake Castetter, and we are the Sunday Funday guys. Thanksgiving morning, Blake. Thanksgiving morning edition
That's
of the
right.
Sunday Funday guys. We got some, you said you're throwing me a curveball? We were throwing our Fanatics a curveball today.
Sure are. Only
Yes,
covering the Thanksgiving Day slate, but
and
we're going to cover every game
it's a
and
good
we're going
one.
to give you these survivor picks.
Yes. Um, yeah, I can't believe it's Thanksgiving already. It just every year just flies by. We're talking turkey, we're talking mac and cheese. Okay, before we get started, fixins. Let's real quick. The fixins. What are we talking? You're hosting Thanksgiving this year.
Yep, I'm in charge of a couple sides. I got
Clark
the
Griswold.
rolls, I got the mac and cheese, I
Yeah.
got the mashed potatoes, and I got the
Yes.
pumpkin pie.
All right. All right. All right. I'm going heavy on the mac and cheese with sweet potatoes.
Ooh,
I'm not a big fan of dressing. I'm just
me
not.
either.
I'm just for some reason you know, but nonetheless, it's going to be good. So looking forward to having a nice, healthy, hearty Thanksgiving. Well, not healthy, hearty Thanksgiving meal for sure. How many pounds of cheese you cooking up? 4 pounds of cheese in that mac and cheese?
Four
Whoo.
pounds of cheese and 2 boxes of large elbows.
Oh, throwing bows like ludicrous. There we go. There we go. All right. Speaking of throwing bows, let's get this thing hopping, folks. We got a lot to cover, but we also want to get some news and notes going into week 12. And obviously, since there's games today, make sure you don't get caught up in the Thanksgiving festivities and forget to set your lineups.
No doubt.
Yes.
Now, the one thing that I don't want to cover today, but we
What?
have to, is Caleb Williams in week 12. Ah, now, in my defense,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
the quarterback play last week was awful
Agreed.
across
Not,
the board.
not
So it
my
was very
problem.
easy to get in the freaking top 12.
Sure was.
But he
Wait.
did score 21 points
Top
and
top
was number
five.
6.
Number 6. Okay. Woo, man, I blew that one out of the water.
So I got your Tito's and soda coming up, baby.
Whew. The gift that keeps on giving, folks.
Gosh. Aside from that, it was another week of, people getting banged up. I
Yeah,
mean, Baker, I didn't even see him land on it funny, but that AC joint, I was watching the game and I mean, he was in pain.
much pain.
So I don't know
Serious
what
pain.
he's looking like, but it's all about pain tolerance.
Mhm,
It's his non-throwing shoulder.
mhm.
So can he play through it? I don't know if he's going to this week. I mean, he was in a lot of pain and he's a tough ass quarterback.
Yeah. For him to be wincing in pain like that just from throwing, and you would have thought it was his throwing hand. It wasn't even his throwing his shoulder. It was just the other one,
Right. When
which
he
is
threw, it hurt.
yeah, that's not a good sign.
CJ was in protocol, but he has returned to practice.
Uh oh.
So he hasn't cleared yet, but he is returned to practice. So I don't know when Stroud comes back. I don't know if it'll be this week or next week, but right around the corner.
Nice.
JJ's in protocol. Ashton Genty got hurt, but it was not severe. I don't know what role that's going to play this week, and I don't even know if he's startable anymore. Even
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers expected to return this week. Alvin Kamara with the MCL sprain. And
Mhm.
you know who popped up on the injury report with an ankle injury?
Was it Kenneth Walker? Somebody was it? No.
No, Mr. Neal.
Oh, Neil. Yes. Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
sneaky play this week, Taysom
Oh,
Hill.
well, speaking of Saints, also Chris Olave popped up
Yes,
on the
he
injury
popped
report
up.
with his back issue. So something to keep an eye on, over the next couple of days. And then
I think
Amarion
Taysom
Hampton.
Hill. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Hampton returned to
yeah,
practice.
yeah, that's huge.
They opened up his 21-day practice window, but
Yeah,
Taysom Hill had 10 carries last week.
he did, but they couldn't get in the end zone. I actually watched that game. They were like they were like first and goal on the one, and they would either have a penalty or they just couldn't get in. So yeah, Taysom Hill is still in line for one of those big games.
40 points.
You
Here
just
it
don't know
comes.
it's coming. You just don't know what it's going to happen. Hopefully, it doesn't come in the playoffs when you're going against them.
Right.
And if you're taking a chance to start him, you're rolling the dice big time. But
Depending on what your tight end position looks like, it could be a huge win.
it could be for sure. All right, let's get into these Thanksgiving Day slated games. So first up is the Packers at the Lions. Blake, Packers are what, 2.5 point favorites?
Yes, sir.
All right.
With a
Over.
49-point over-under.
Yeah.
All the games today, they're expecting high scoring. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
which is awesome. Let's give
Yeah.
us some offense.
Let's go. Particularly for this game. So obviously, with the Lions playing on Thanksgiving, the most common Thanksgiving game, which is the 23rd time the Packers and the Lions have played. The Lions, Blake, have been playing on Thanksgiving since 1934.
Every year?
Every year, minus a couple wars. Yes.
Okay.
So,
I didn't know that.
yeah, this game is for second in the NFC North, and everybody's chasing the Bears. Who would have thought that? Man,
I know.
in the beginning of the year, you thought the Bears would be better, but you didn't think they were going to be this good. So, but this is an important game for standings, for playoff positioning, all that. Some things to consider in this game. Josh Jacobs in. He is playing.
Emmanuel Wilson,
Out.
droppable.
Right, droppable. Did his thing.
Great
and now he's
1 week
out.
run.
Yep, had a great 1 week run. J-Mo last week, Jameson Williams, nothing.
God, kills me.
0 killed me. I had him started in all my leagues and nothing. And
Killed
then
parlay, mine as well.
yeah, exactly. And then you always, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Well, where in the world is David Montgomery? We haven't seen him. We haven't heard from him ever since Dan Campbell was taking over the play calling. So is there something? I mean, Gibbs way up, Montgomery way down. So and then also, can the defense hold up? I don't know.
They've been riding their defense this entire time.
Yeah.
The Packers,
yeah. So we'll see how that works. And also, breaking news, the Colts, the Lions are getting their center back.
Yes. Not this week, though.
Not this week, but that is something to keep an eye on for sure. Does that change David Montgomery's projections? Who knows? But they get their all-pro center back out of retirement since Dan Campbell must have, listen, we need you. Because all the pundits have spoken this week about their offensive line struggles. And the Lions, over the last several years, have probably had the best offensive line in the NFL. So obviously there's some issues in that interior. Their center's coming back, Ragow, and we'll see what happens.
This is a rematch from week 1.
Yeah.
Remember what happened in week 1?
Yeah, it wasn't pretty for the Lions fans.
No. Packers dominated on defense. I mean, they held Detroit to under 4 yards per play and only 2.1 yards per rush.
Yeah.
The Lions to 2.1 yards per rush.
That was probably the most surprising game of week 1. Obviously, week 1, you're going to get a bunch of craziness that happened, but that game was the most surprising. But, the Lions got something to say about it today.
Mm-hmm. How do you think this week goes? How do you see this game playing out?
Well, as we talked about, the first game didn't go well for the Lions. And we know how bad Jared Goff plays on the road, but we also know how good he plays at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the only thing I'm concerned about is the Lions defense. They've given up more 30-plus yard explosive plays than any other team in the league. So, to the point about points, this could be a potential shootout. So, the Lions over the last 7 games, have alternated wins and losses. They need this win probably more than the Packers. I expect this to be a shootout, but I expect the Lions to win late on a Jake Bates field goal.
Jake Bates field goal to
win
the game?
To win the game.
Not a 67-yarder by Jahmyr Gibbs?
6'7"?
Could be.
Oh, man.
I see a lot of points in this game, too. There's no weather concerns. There's no wind concerns, right? It's all indoors. Goff's at home. I think there's going to be a lot of points put up. I think the biggest variable is going to be, how does Green Bay move on offense? Do they choose to pass the ball? Because they're passing at a league low 4.4% under expected pass average. So are they going to lean back on Josh Jacobs his first week back? Or are they going to try and expose Lions secondary?
Right.
I would love to see Love throw more. And you talk about explosive plays. They've got the receivers
right
for explosive plays.
Yeah. I think Jordan Love, again, we're waiting. We see it, but we don't see it. Why not on Thanksgiving? Against the Lions. You saw what the Lions did against Jameis Winston last week. Jameis had over 350 yards passing, I believe. So Is Jordan Love in line for a big game? One would think, but going off of recent history, the games where we thought he would really ball out, he has not. So we will see.
Okay.
We will
So
see.
who do you like in this game then? Who do you trust?
As crazy as it sounds, I trust Jordan Love.
Ooh.
Right. I know. As much as he has been like it's a love-hate relationship. Love-hate relationship. Love-hate relationship. No pun intended. But if the Lions are giving up this many explosive plays, I can't believe Green Bay won't take advantage of it.
Okay.
I just can't. So I like Jordan Love in this game.
Who's the receiver or running back that gets the explosive play?
Well, it has to be Christian Watson.
Without a doubt.
It has to be. There's no other. I don't even know who. I mean, Dobbs will get some catches, but Christian Watson is the play this week.
I mean, since Tucker Kraft's been out, he's led the team in target share at 19%.
Mm-hmm.
He also performs well against man coverage,
Yep.
averaging 2.79 yards per route run.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what the Lions play a lot of? Man coverage.
Man coverage, yeah.
Actually, the highest in the NFL. 41% of their defensive plays are man coverage.
Which is surprising because they've got a lot of guys hurt in the secondary. So you would think that would lend itself to say, let's back off and make them matriculate the ball down the field. But hey, the Lions go for the gusto.
They also give up the third most points per game to wide receivers.
With some good nuggets right there. So
I do like Christian Watson this week as well.
Are you saying I should start Christian Watson?
I'm starting Christian Watson.
Okay, here's a question. Christian Watson or Chris Olave?
Christian Watson.
Oh, okay.
Especially with Olave showing up on the injury report.
Okay. Christian Watson, Jameson Williams.
I go J-Mo.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay.
Definitely go J-Mo.
All right.
I like Jared Goff as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's at home, so he's in his environment. The Packers' pass D has been stingy against the quarterback position, though. Third fewest schedule-adjusted fantasy points allowed to QBs. So is he going to follow the paper trend, or is he going to be what Jared Goff does best at home, indoors, and throw the rock around? I like Jared Goff. I like Jameson Williams. I'm not sure what happened last week, but ever since Campbell's been taken over, he has been much more involved in the offense. So that was a shocker to me. Green Bay is tough on slot wide receivers, but not as tough on outside receivers. So I think Amon-Ra might have a tougher game, and J-Mo might be the play this week.
Okay. I like that. And we talked about Christian Watson already.
Yeah. All in on Christian Watson as well.
Okay.
To your point about Monty, where is Monty? Has the play? I mean, is play calling killing him? He's had 7 and 8 touches back-to-back weeks. That is nothing for David Montgomery.
No.
He's not even part of the game plan.
No, it sounds like he's not. In terms of you don't like David Montgomery, and I agree with you on that. I don't like any other receiver other than Christian Watson. It's been proven, especially since he's come back, that you're not going to get any production from any other receiver. You have any other Green Bay receiver besides Christian Watson, I don't even know why you have him on your team. It's not. There's no play. I don't care if it's Golden. I don't care if it's Dobbs. I don't care who it is. There's just no play. And where's Reed? Is Reed healthy? I have no idea. Jaden Reed. I mean,
he has been out.
Yeah, he has.
I don't know if he's fully back yet.
Yeah, I don't think
he was questionable going into this week. Last I saw.
So again, another case of you got a bunch of receivers and none of them produce. So I'm going with the one that we know when healthy, Jordan Love likes to go through. And we already went through the target share and et cetera, et cetera. So Christian Watson is definitely the play. Everybody else, no way.
I just pulled up my cheat sheet. The Lions allow the 7th most passing touchdowns to quarterbacks. And the Lions allow the 2nd most receiving touchdowns to wide receivers.
There you go.
Christian Watson all day.
All day, every day. All right.
There's the first game. Second game. Chiefs Cowboys. Chiefs favored by 3 and an over-under of 52.5.
Ooh.
Highest point total of the week.
Yes. Now the Cowboys, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you got it. Let's roll.
The Cowboys have won 3 straight Thanksgiving games, Blake, against division opponents. A little fact.
We know how Prescott plays at home.
Right. And it's the second meeting between Mahomes and Dak.
Ever?
And, ever, I believe. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And give me some things to consider, Blake. What do we got?
Well, Pickens did show up on the injury report this week.
Mm-hmm.
A knee calf, and was a limited participant on Tuesday. I'm not super concerned about it,
Nah,
but I would like to not see him on the injury report.
true.
Pacheco's back. Can you trust him? Can you not trust him? How are they going to use him? What's the backfield going to look like?
You're gonna let that play out.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
Yeah.
staying far away from all Chiefs
Yeah.
running backs.
Exactly.
The Chiefs are leading the league in pass rate over expected, and they have their receivers all healthy and back.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, both teams had huge come from behind wins, giving them momentum to start heading towards a playoff run. So one of these two teams has to lose this week.
Sure.
Me personally, I'd like to see it be the Chiefs.
Of course. We all know that. It's like A and B though. Like Cowboys would be definitely a close second.
I wouldn't be upset about either, but I do not want the Chiefs to win.
I hear you.
Both offenses are humming. Chiefs are number 4. Cowboys are number 3. Mahomes and Prescott rank first and second in passing yards per game average. First and second. So this game, I mean, there should be a lot of points, but the Chiefs do have a solid defense. 4th fewest points allowed overall, 5th fewest yards allowed overall, number 6 in total defense. On the other side of the ball, Cowboys defense has greatly improved since the trade deadline, acquiring Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson. Plus, last week they had the season debut of DeMarvion Overshown and Siobhan Revell. Since the trade deadline, 2nd fewest rushing yards allowed per game. That's a massive jump. They held Barkley to 22 yards on 10 carries.
Right. Yep.
They've allowed the 12th fewest points per game, and their total yards allowed have improved from 397 to 287.
Big
so
time.
While we're seeing these high numbers and expecting this explosive offense from both teams, we got 2 pretty good defenses.
Right. So it could be one of those game scripts that you're not expecting.
Yeah.
Hey, let's give the man his credit, Jerry. Jerry. You know, everybody rags on him, but he pulled off a couple of trades. I think the Quinn Williams trade was genius. Like you need you need an interior guy. If your defense doesn't have an interior guy, you're there's a lot of teams that don't. But Quentin Williams makes that defensive line pretty formidable. Logan Wilson stabilizes the linebacker core. Overshown can cover anybody as fast as all get out. And their secondary has always been pretty good. So give Jerry Jones some credit here. Now they got some draft capital to play with next year too because of Micah.
And they stole Logan Wilson.
They stole Logan Wilson, yes, for what
7th round pick.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Anyway, I digress. How do you see this game going, Blake?
I want to lean on the points. I like points. I think it's going to be an offensive shootout. I think they're going to continue to find ways. Chiefs they both have too many weapons to cover everybody.
Right.
So I think it's going to come down to O-line and D-line play. Can the O-lines give Mahomes and Prescott time? If they can give them any time at all, there's too many weapons.
Right.
Someone's going to be open. Neither run game is going to be
a
major factor, right? I don't think so. I think it's going to be airing it out. Everything that I've thrown bets on today for the game involves receiving and overs on yardages.
There you go.
So I think it's going to be high flying. I think there's going to be a lot of points, a lot of attempts, and it might come down to the last drive, which would be a great Thanksgiving Day game to watch.
I agree. In terms of how this game is going to go, it's pretty simple. You got 2 teams that are pretty good on defense. You got 2 teams that are really good on offense. You got 2 teams that have great kickers. They both have great kickers. So when it's evenly matched, there's only one thing that's really going to matter: is turnovers. So turnovers is going to be the key to this game. Which quarterback avoids them? Which quarterback or skill player turns the ball over? And whoever does that, whoever wins the turnover battle is probably going to win the game. The defensive and offensive lines, to your point, are going to be very important. And I think whatever quarterback has the ball last will win the game. We've seen Mahomes. We know what he can do. And Dak, in the regular season, Dak has proven he can do it too.
Correct.
So it's going to be one of those games that comes down to the wire, and whoever has the ball last is probably going to win the game.
I'm glad you clarified in the regular season.
Oh, you got to. You definitely have to. We won't talk about his postseason exploits, but Dak in the regular season, man, he's one of the best.
Do you trust Dak today? From
do.
A fantasy perspective, is he startable?
Yep, because I like him in this game.
Okay.
I know the Chiefs. I get it. But sometimes you just got to go again. Sometimes I'm a head guy, but most of the time I'm a gut guy. I'm going with my gut. Like Dak played Philly last week, and Philly's defense is nothing to sneeze at either. Philly's defense is good. Maybe not on par with Kansas City, but they're not far behind. I think with those receivers and Dak's confidence, I don't think any defense can really stop the Cowboys unless the Cowboys stop the Cowboys. In my opinion.
And it's Dak stopping the Cowboys.
Exactly.
How does Dak play?
Yeah. How does he play? There's some games where you're like, man, what is he doing? He's throwing these interceptions, and then there's other games where he is running and throwing. Like last week, he was on point. Again, if he gets down, he can come back. But you got either good Dak or bad Dak. So whoever shows up for Dallas is going to be interesting. I think good Dak shows up today. I think he always plays well on Thanksgiving, and I think the Cowboys win. And I think Dak, he throws over 40 times, throws over 300 yards, and has 3 touchdowns. Just a prediction. Right.
Any on the ground?
Nope.
None on the ground.
None on the ground.
Okay.
No. Yep. Who you like this game? Oh, I got one more guy. I didn't put this down. I actually like Travis Kelce.
Okay.
And we talked about it last week because of the fact those receivers are healthy and those receivers command attention. And that gives Kelce a whole lot of space, which he didn't have before. So I didn't put Travis Kelce down, but I like Kelce in this game.
I do too. I like I think there's the majority of players in this game are playable.
Right.
I like Mahomes. He's been coldish over the past few weeks. Only 1 touchdown, only accounting for 1 touchdown combined the past 3 weeks. So he's definitely not been playing the way he's been playing the first 8 weeks.
Right.
I expect him to get right this week. Dallas allows the second most fantasy points to QBs, schedule adjusted fantasy points, and the second most passing yards at 270. I like Rashee Rice, wide receiver 3 overall since his return. He's putting up points, and they trust him, leading the team in targets by a wide margin. He is the top wide receiver against zone coverage.
Oh, yeah.
Second in yards per route run versus zone at 3.85. Dallas runs zone 80% of the time.
Oh, yeah. That's Eberflus is a big zone guy. Yes.
You got Lamb and Pickens. I like them. You have to start them. We don't even need to cover it. I like Ferguson. On the season, Chiefs are tough against tight ends, but over the last 5 weeks, that hasn't held up and been the case.
Mm-hmm.
They've allowed the 6th most schedule adjusted fantasy points per game to tight ends, allowing 8.8 yards per target to tight ends. 4th most allowed in the NFL, tied with Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, you don't want to be tied with
So when you are tied with the Bengals in something we're already allowing tight ends to score, that is bad.
That's bad. Oof.
So I do like Ferguson this week as well.
I got you. Yeah, I think all those guys. I mean, this is a fantasy football dream game.
Yeah.
Everybody's in play. The whole kick, every tight end, every receiver, running backs, not so much. Quarterback, definitely.
I don't like Xavier Worthy. I don't like Worthy this week. In 8 career games with Rice, this guy has averaged only 8.7 PPR points.
Yeah.
PPR, not half point. 8.7 PPR points with Rice in the lineup.
Gotcha.
And then, I don't like the Chiefs running backs.
Yeah. I don't like Dallas's running back. I don't even know. I mean, they have, I guess, other guys that fill in, but I don't like Williams in this game. I think Chris Jones and his crew do what they do best, and that's stop the run, and they make Dak pass. And I think Spagnuolo, it'll be interesting, the chess match between the defense of the Chiefs and the offense of the Cowboys. But I don't see any Dallas running back being fantasy relevant this week in that game. Yeah, not at all. Now, We get to the primetime matchup, Blake. Woo, our Bengals. I'll let you have the floor. Go ahead. Lay it on us.
I get to start. Okay. So you've got Baltimore favored by 7.
Yeah.
Which I like the Bengals covering that.
You do.
I do.
Okay.
The return of Joe Burrow.
Do
I
tell.
don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like 52.5. I think the Bengals defense, having held New England to 26th, is heading in the right direction, even without Trey.
Okay.
Ravens, however, have won 5 straight in this matchup.
Right.
But in the last 2 games, Joe Burrow has thrown for 820 yards and 9 touchdowns against Baltimore.
Balled out.
And he's back. Bud Higgins is out. Hendrickson's out.
Right.
So, big question. How much do you trust Chase without T? In 5 games in 2024 without T. Higgins, 37 catches, 458 yards, and 4 touchdowns, averaging just over 21 PPR points per game.
Pretty damn good.
Yep. And how does he do in primetime games?
Ball.
He balls.
Right. Right.
Lamar is struggling, though.
He's hurt.
Struggling. He's had more. A toe injury showed up this week.
He's hurt. He's not the same Lamar.
He's only averaged 2.4 points per game on the ground since week 2.
Mm-hmm. Not good.
25 carries for 71 yards since returning from injury.
Yeesh.
But Ravens defense has drastically improved since week 5 when they rotated Kyle Hamilton into the box, going a 3 safety look.
Interesting.
Top 10 in fewest rushing yards allowed over the past 3 weeks. Second fewest rushing touchdowns allowed. Inversely, the Bengals, third most rushing yards allowed the past 3 weeks, averaging 167. The worst defense against the pass, allowing 259.8 yards. And the worst overall defense, allowing not only 415 yards per game, but 32.7 points per game.
Ugh.
So how you see this game going, Jason? That's a lot of information to take in, but what are we looking at?
Wow, this is an interesting game. It comes down to the quarterbacks. You got Burrow coming back, and you got Lamar, who's been not Lamar. So which one plays better? I'm going off past history. I think Lamar will play better than Joe. As much as I love Joe, there is something to be said about, he's not played in 2 months. 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is. There's regular speed and then there's game speed. I'm not saying Joe can't get up to speed, but man, I have a hard time believing that he's going to be the Joe we're accustomed to for this game. And if he does, I wouldn't be surprised, but it would be hard pressed for me to think he is going to be Joe that we saw in week 1 and 2. It's just really hard for me to believe because of the speed of the game. Not having T. Higgins. Baltimore's defense is playing better. It's at Baltimore. There are a lot of things going against the Bengals. I'm not saying they can't win, but this is a tough task. They've traditionally never played well in Baltimore. So as much as I would like to say the Bengals will win, I from a standpoint of knowing what I know, it's going to be hard for them. I see the Ravens winning this game. I actually think they cover
7.
I think they cover 7. I think Joe will be a little rusty. Therefore, he might not be on the same page as receivers. When you're not on the same page with your receivers, turnovers happen. You're in trouble. That's my skinny.
So, do you trust Joe Burrow in fantasy football as a starting quarterback?
Nope, I don't.
I don't either.
And I won't say that would just be the last time I say that.
Probably.
I think
give him 1 week to get back. Let's see what we're looking at.
Yeah. But I do trust Lamar.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why.
Let's
real
hear
quick. 10-2 last 12 games against the Bengals. 10-2. Passer rating of 104, 2,472 yards, 22 touchdowns, and just 4 interceptions. In 2024, last year, ridiculous, like Madden type numbers. 129.8 passer rating, 8 touchdowns in 2 games. Just straight up video game numbers. So
him and Burrow were balling.
Right. And that game last year, Thursday night was unbelievable. The 2-point conversion fell, whatever.
35-34.
Yeah. I think, I know Lamar's not healthy, but as we talked about, to quote cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation, Blake, it's the gift that keeps on giving. And it's the Bengals defense. They just give it up and people take it. So I think Lamar gets back to being Lamar. I think the Ravens, they're on a heater. They're hot. And they know what's on the line. And if they beat the Bengals are done. You essentially count the Bengals out. So they get up in the division against the Steelers and they knock the Bengals out. So they have a lot to play for. So I think the Ravens and Lamar specifically do well in this game.
I mean, he's got an opportunity. They allow the third most passing yards and the second most passing touchdowns.
Right. Exactly.
So I agree. What about Henry? Do you like Henry in this game?
I love Henry. 2 touchdowns.
2?
If you're looking for a bet, Henry 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Yep.
They do allow the most rushing yards to running backs.
I can't.
Olay.
I can't. Oh, and then there's Logan Wilson. Oh, yeah. What about that? Eddie? Ow. Go ahead. Keep going. Don't get me started. Keep going.
What do you think about Chase Brown?
It depends if Burrow's in the shotgun.
Okay.
If he's in the shotgun, I know. If he's behind center, I think he's fine. There was a distinct difference when Flacco played and was under center, and then when Joe's. I mean, there's some stats that kind of spell out that point. I don't have them in front of me, but I think when Joe comes back, it's more of a shotgun type of offense, and I don't think Chase Brown does as well.
Mm-mm. He has gone over 105 straight, though.
Oh yeah,
including against the Patriots.
I like him in this game. It's going to be interesting what kind of formations the Bengals come out in.
Yeah, what's the Joe Burrow impact?
Right. What is the Joe Burrow impact on Chase Brown more than anybody? We know what Jamar is going to do.
So I do like Chase Brown. And if you think back to that Thursday night game, he was involved in the passing game a ton. Yeah. And this year, the Ravens allow the 7th most receiving yards to running backs as well. And they've been incorporating Chase Brown up until last week a whole lot more.
Right.
Last week I got burned on that 4+ receptions. 2.
Deuce.
Mark Andrews against the Bengals. Okay, layup.
Right.
Averaging Bengals allow 87.5 yards per game to tight ends, and they've allowed 13 touchdowns.
Woo! I didn't know 13 touchdowns. That's a lot.
I think I like the anytime, either or, Mark Andrews or Isaiah Likely touchdown.
Or both.
Or both.
Or both. Why not? Why not?
Let's go multiple.
Yeah.
So who do you not like in this game?
As I said with the Packers, any other wide receiver not named Jamar Chase for the Bengals.
Okay.
I don't like – I just don't see consistent production overall, especially the way Baltimore's defense is playing.
He has to throw to somebody beside.
I get it. You're right. He does. But I just don't – I don't see consistency. I see one guy having 2 catches for 30, another guy having 2 catches for 40. I don't see any receivers sticking out. Maybe the tight ends will do well, but no receivers. I think the tight ends may be a play.
Gesicki was very involved last week.
That's what I'm saying. I think the tight ends become more of a play than the receivers other than Chase this week.
And with T being out this week, so last week Chase was out and Gesicki was more involved. I see him being involved again this week. Is it enough to be fantasy start trustworthy? I'm not so sure.
No.
Could he be a good play on the sports books?
Yep. Maybe more 2 tight end sets with Fant and Gesicki. Fant is still out, yeah. Who knows?
But I don't think there's enough production from a fantasy perspective to warrant playing him.
No. That's what I'm saying, the inconsistency, because I feel like the tight ends will get more targets and those other receivers will kind of get whatever's left.
All right, we got Black Friday game.
Ooh, it's a good
Last year was good. This one looks pretty good too. Chicago at Philly.
This one will be pretty good.
I did not note the line.
Oh.
Why don't you go ahead and give us some insight and I'll figure out the line.
I got you. Well, both teams are finding their ways to win. The Eagles, we know, have struggled on offense. That's been documented. Lane Johnson says they're predictable, but they continue to pull out wins. The Bears have won 2 games by 1 point and 6 by a touchdown or less, which is crazy. They're like the cardiac kids, the Bears.
Yes.
Crazy. Some things to consider, Blake. Barkley, a little bit banged up, groin limited on Tuesday. Something to consider. Devontae Smith missed Tuesday's practice with a chest and shoulder. And the Bears should get their top quarterback back, Jalen Johnson, who's been out since week 2. That's big. That's a big deal. Philly defense, we know how they are. We talked about it a little bit. They're good. 8th fewest points allowed on the season. Bears defense allowed the 6th most points this year, and the 6th most yards, 5th most rushing yards. So to say the Bears defense is kind of a Swiss cheese type deal would be true. We've seen it live and in living color when they played the Bengals. So kind of a tale of two teams in terms of one being good on defense and the other one not being good on defense, and one team struggling on offense and one meaning the Bears being okay on offense, doing enough to win, but Philly's struggling. So how do we see this game going? This might be the most interesting game out of them all in terms of game script. Like I have no idea how this game's gonna go. It could be a defensive struggle, it could be a shootout, it could be who knows.
Eagles' offense has struggled across the board.
Right.
Like, I don't understand what's happened year over year.
Right.
Hurts is throwing the ball to A.J. Brown, but majority aren't caught.
Exactly.
They can't. I understand Lane Johnson being out is a big loss on the offensive line.
Yep.
But Barkley, 22 yards against Dallas?
Crazy.
That's insane. So It might be a defensive shootout. It might be something more.
Could be.
I mean, it might be a very, very, very low scoring game because Philly could keep, I can see Philly keeping Caleb Williams under wraps.
In check. Yeah, I agree. So what's the line? What we got the line and the over under? What are we talking?
Philly's favored by 7.
Oh.
And the over under is 44.5. So Vegas kind of sees it the same way. They don't think it's going to be high scoring. That's a middle of the road number.
And you might have to take the weather into account. I'm assuming that if it's like anywhere else, they're getting a major dose of wind. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like, but that's something to consider as well.
I do have a note here on my cheat sheet that the Eagles allow the 5th most rushing touchdowns to quarterbacks. Caleb likes to run.
He does. What do you say?
That might be a sneaky anytime touchdown play.
All right.
The Eagles also allow the 4th most receiving yards to running backs.
Okay.
So some opportunities for Monangai or Swift. How do you feel about that combo this week?
I don't like them. I don't like either one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the Eagles defensive line is the strength of their team. They got those 2 big behemoths in there, and I just don't think. And again, the Bears offensive line is much improved, and they're one of the best in the league. That's going to be the game within the game. Like if the Bears are able to run the ball, they got a shot. If they are not, and Caleb has to throw a lot, no chance.
He is so inconsistent, as I mentioned last week in our episode.
Consistent enough last week.
He was, wasn't he?
Thank you, Caleb. And that's that. Actually, you're gonna. Well, let's. We've talked about how we see this game going. Who do you like this week, Blake?
Wait a minute. Do you trust Caleb this week or not?
Well, you're gonna get right into that. I don't.
You did last week. You don't this week.
I don't this week. Right. I don't this week. Just
what about Hurts?
I do.
Okay. I think Hurts is a must start this week.
Yep. I think he's a must start. I think you sit Caleb this week against the Eagles. I think you're starting Hurts with all the confidence in the world. I think he's been inconsistent. He needs to put together back-to-back games where he's consistent. He's been up. I mean, all these quarterbacks, if you really think about it, there's really only a handful who have been consistent all year. We're talking like Drake May. We're talking Stafford. I mean, after that, Baker was hot early. He's not now.
Josh Allen has been anything but consistent.
Right. So
Mahomes was the first 8.
Right.
Past 3 is not.
Daniel Jones up and down. I mean, you could go to the list. I mean, you could go on and on and on. I mean, Drake May has been the most consistent quarterback all year. But everybody else has been up and down. So while I do not trust Caleb, I do trust Jalen Hurts this week.
Where's A.J. Brown fall?
I trust him. He's back in my good graces, Blake.
What? Last week you're like, drop him.
I
Bench him.
was.
We're done.
I didn't drop him, and I actually started him last week. I was like, you know what? One more chance to get that bad relationship. Like he's like, please start me one more time. I started him, and it paid dividends. I think the Eagles need to focus on just being simple. Like run the ball and get it to your playmakers. That's really what football is all about. Like you got two guys that you paid a lot of money for to make plays. Well, get them the ball. When you get them the ball, good things happen. Now, last week was kind of an anomaly. They got on the ball in the first half, but what happened in the second half? I have no idea. So I think A.J. Brown moving forward, we're not going to talk about the past. We're moving forward. I think he's in line for some big days, especially against some of the teams they play coming up. So I'm trusting A.J. Brown. He's out of the doghouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Barkley. I think Barkley gets a rebound game this week. I mean, the Bears are just like, their defense is not good. They're allowing 4.9 yards per carry. They're getting gashed by the run.
Whatever his over is, take it.
Yeah, it has to have gone. Like that number, the line had to be lowered because of what he did last week.
Right. Yeah.
I also like Rome this week. I mean, it's been a wild midseason for him. He started off hot, and it's been hit or miss. I mean, he's continuing to lead the Bears in target share, but sporadic play and drops are killing his numbers.
Right.
The Eagles' pass defense is good, but more the middle of the field. So the opposite of what we were talking about in the first slate game of the week. They're better in the middle of the field versus like slots and tight ends. Right. Not so much. Those outside wide receivers have had a lot of success. Eagles allowing the fourth most yards per game to outside receivers at 126.5.
That's surprising.
So I do like Rome this week to get right. I do like Barkley to get right.
I got you. Who don't you like?
The slot receiver.
Yeah. And the tight end.
And the tight end. So DJ Moore and Colston Loveland are going to have, I don't trust them this week.
Yeah.
I mean, DJ Moore's been a bust.
Right.
He's averaged 44 yards per game. Like, that is awful.
Well, I trust
and Philly is just great against tight ends.
Yeah.
Great.
I got DJ Moore on one of my teams, and I didn't play him last week. And, of course, he has 2 touchdowns. But that's fool's gold. Totally fool's gold. But, yeah, to your point about the middle of the defense, that's what Philly's bread and butter. And I think because of that, I don't think Caleb rushes the ball well because I think Philly's linebackers are so good. And I think that's the big differentiator when teams are playing Caleb, the linebackers haven't been up to snuff. I think Philly's linebackers are probably the best in the league, so they will account for Caleb Williams in the run game this week.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, here's curveball. Players we haven't touched on.
Okay.
I've been jotting them down. I need rapid fire, in or out. No explanations.
Oh, I'm good. We're good.
All right.
Yeah.
Gibbs.
In.
Jacobs.
In.
St. Brown.
In.
Worthy.
Out.
Burrow.
Out.
Zay.
In.
Bateman.
Random touchdown. In.
Gesicki.
More targets. In.
Devonta.
In.
Luther Burden.
Out.
Goddard.
Out.
Let's roll.
All right. There we go. That was good.
All right, Survivor. Let's move.
Survivor. All right, let's go. I'll start out with my picks. Last week, the Lions, they almost cost me. Jameis out there catching touchdown passes. That guy's amazing. I love me some Jameis. How can you not like Jameis? I mean, really, how can you not? Crazy. But nonetheless, I won. So that, I guess, what does that put me? 10-1?
10-1, sir. We're both 10-1.
Damn Bengals.
And you did call your caution.
Yeah.
Vegas favored over Cleveland. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that was they're bad. And remember what I said about Chip Kelly? Listen, if I mention your name on this show, you're gonna get fired.
You're getting fired.
You're getting fired. So you don't want to be a coach that gets mentioned on this show because you will not have a job next week. You will not. You might get a paycheck, but you will not be on that team. I mentioned Chip Kelly and how he should be ashamed of himself what he's doing to Austin Jennings, and then a week later he gets fired. I talked about Brian Kelly. He got fired, but whatever. We're good with that. So my safe pick this week is easy. Pats over the Giants. And 76% win probability. The Pats did not play well in Cincinnati. We know that. Drake May was off. His first game, he was kind of like not himself. The Giants did play well against Detroit and almost pulled out the upset. Well, something's got to give this week. I think even though Jackson Dart is looking like he'll play, I believe, I like the Pats to win their 10th in a row. I like them to play much better this week. So I think this is an easy pick. They're 7.5-point favorites. I think they cover. If Jackson Dart comes back, I think that defense gives them some trouble. And again, Wendell Robinson had a great game last week. No, not this week. So who's Jackson Dart going to throw to? There you go.
All right.
My pick. And my caution pick, the Rams over Carolina, 10.5-point favorites. Sneaky game. Rams, big blowout win Sunday night. I mean, just crushed Tampa Bay. Stafford throwing those passes. Devontae Adams catching 1-yard passes. Puka doing Puka things. Defense having 8-9 sacks, whatever. So you would think this would be a layup, Blake, right? Rams at Carolina, not so fast. Even though Carolina is coming off it, they played a terrible game Monday night. It was just, I mean, that was a hard game to watch. It's terrible. Penalties. Bryce Young threw for 400 a couple weeks ago. It looked like he couldn't hit the broadside of a barnyard this week. McMillan didn't do anything, so Carolina played bad. So the reason I'm saying not so fast is rules. Short week for the Rams, also short week for Carolina. But Carolina's playing at home. Rams are coming cross country. It's a 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, Carolina did not play well last week. And I guarantee you they will play better this week. I'm not saying they're going to win, but this has the makings of a potential upset.
You know what I think it comes down to?
What does it come down to?
The coin flip.
Oh, yes. Wait, yeah, because did they win the coin flip last week? And they lost.
Yeah.
So they got to win the coin flip. All right, well, we'll watch out for the coin flip. And then
place the bet real fast.
Yeah, then I'll change my caution pick. But I think the Rams will win. But again, I think the Rams struggle in the first half because of the time difference. I think they come out in the second half and win. But don't be surprised if Carolina gives this team a run for their money this week.
I mean, they've destroyed multiple weeks of people's survivor picks.
Yep.
Carolina has been the team that has ruined the most survivor picks, I think.
Exactly.
I like the Chargers over the Raiders. I know it's a divisional game, but the Chargers favored by 9.5. They're coming off a bye, 80% win probability, 45% popular pick. I mean, that's a high popular pick. I think it also comes down to we're getting towards the end of the season.
Sure.
So you're limited on your pick availability.
Oh, yeah.
You might even have Hampton back. They opened up that practice window. I don't think it matters. I don't think it would be like a bonus, icing on the cake, right? If they get Hampton back, anybody can run on this team. Kamani Vidal can run on this team.
Exactly.
Raiders got blown out by Dallas. Then they lost by 2 scores to Cleveland. Should be easy money. And the Chargers have 0 future value.
Right.
Not a single game in the future that you want to pick the Chargers for.
So this is
Use them now, take the win, move on.
Nice.
My caution pick of the week is the Niners over Cleveland. San Francisco is favored by 5, but it's in Cleveland. They have a 67% win probability, and it's the 5th highest popular pick of the week at 6.4%.
There you go.
But what if lightning strikes twice and Sanders pulls out another win? I understand San Francisco isn't Las Vegas, but man, Purdy did not look good and against Carolina. Right. And Cleveland's defense is much better than Carolina.
Especially
the game's in Cleveland.
Yes.
What's that?
Especially the secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this pick.
West Coast to East Coast
Yeah.
isn't favorable. It's one of our rules, just like you just pointed out.
Yep.
This is a game I would stay very far away from. This isn't just it might happen. I would steer very clear of this game.
I think it will happen.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I think the Browns will beat them.
It's got to be plus money.
I know. I think the Browns will win that game. I think, we don't know about Sanders, but what the Browns did last week was run the ball, short passes. Now Sanders will be more he'll be up to speed a little bit more. So do you give him a little bit more? Probably so. But the name of the game with the Browns is defense and run the ball. Just do that, and you got a chance. Myles Garrett is probably going to be the defensive MVP. He's probably going to break the sack record. And again, if Purdy looked like he did last week, and I'm not saying he will, but if he does, There's no way San Francisco's winning this game. No way. And they got
Christian
linebackers.
McCaffrey would have to play out of his mind.
Yeah, and they got linebackers that can cover Kittle. And then are you scared of any other receiver? I mean, Jennings, Pearsall, they don't scare you. So, I mean, it's McCaffrey and everybody else. So that's a dangerous, dangerous game for sure. Man, that was a good one.
Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Yeah, no. Obviously, we still got the socials. We got the Instagram. We got YouTube, which we're on now live. Happy Thanksgiving to all our YouTube watchers if you're watching us. And then we got the Fantasy Football Advice page, which we're getting blown up today on Thanksgiving Day, asking questions. So
Last minute advice.
Last minute advice. Don't forget to set those lineups, folks. And
That's right.
Yeah, Blake. First of all, thankful for doing this again for the third year in a row. Thankful for you, brother. Thankful for our Fanatics fans, and thankful just to have some time off to spend it with family, bro.
Extended weekend.
Yes. Anything else? All right. Well, Fanatics, that's a wrap for this Thanksgiving episode of the Sunday Funday Guys Fantasy Football Podcast. And Fanatics, remember, make this Sunday your fun day. Sunday Funday Guys.